folks, Creepy Kentucky, and back with you again with a quick video this time. Today we are taking a look at a low budget found footage cryptid creature feature. Found footage cryptid creature feature. Try saying that 5 times fast. I double dog dare you. Rotting Press sent a press release about this thing, and it sounded a little bit intriguing. When it comes to found footage movies, 9 times out of 10, I'm just not a fan. They have been done to death, guys. How many people can just remake the Blair Witch and make it worse? And it's been happening for over 20 years. So with this one, Frogman, it sounds similar to the Blair Witch Project, I gotta admit. But this time, it is a frogman, right? It's a giant frog. It's evidently based on the real-life legend of the Loveland Frogman. Ooh, the Loveland Frogman. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got a screening link for this. This thing is not even out on video, or I think it is actually out on VHS. Like, that's the first format it's out on, which is perfect. Evidently, according to the promos of this, the croaks are no hoax in this Lovecraftian nightmare directed by the Cuz, Anthony Cousins. We are going to take a look at this movie and let you guys know, because it is out now officially on video on demand, digital platforms and everything. And let's take a look. It came out earlier this week. We're going to take a look at the Frogman. The setting is Loveland, Ohio. Young 12-year-old Dallas caught a brief glimpse of the legendary Frogman on his VHS camcorder while on vacation in the late 1990s. This was the best known footage ever obtained of the infamous, enigmatic Frogman. And Dallas, young Dallas, he became kind of a local legend, if you will, as well. So in the many years that have passed, he had goals of becoming a filmmaker, but now, the year's 2023, he's since been far from a success story. He's 32 years old and being kicked off of his buddy's couch, and he has an idea. With no money and the use of the same camcorder that caught the footage of the Loveland Frogman back in the 90s, sets out to capture footage of the Frogman again, maybe even capture the Frogman. So with the help of a couple of his friends, Amy and Scott, looking for proof of the Frogman's existence, interviewing locals, pissing off the authorities who threatened to arrest the trio unless they leave town. You do meet up with a local expert to give the trio a map to the Frogman's hideout. And now, armed with a camera, they're set to go nose to nose, face to face with the Frogman. Oh yeah, the Frogman. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Okay, so that was the Frogman. 77 minutes that I'll never get back. Yeah, this movie, most of this movie is shot with what looks to be like a SVHS camera or a Super 8 camera, Super 8 video camera. So it's authentic in that respect. There are a couple of shots where a couple of them use iPhone camera or whatever else. So essentially this is another, like, it's very similar to Blair Witch Project from 1999. The inspiration totally was from the Blair Witch Project. This is kind of an interesting take on it. I mean, it's a freaking giant frog man. But dude, like 77 minutes of this movie, and I swear to God, it felt like it was like 3 hours long. None of the characters I really gave a damn about in this movie. This is the concept. I mean, it could have been fun. Some of the looks of the Frogman towards the end, I'm not going to give it away or anything. That's kind of cool. I like what they did there. But this is one that's, man, unless you're a hardcore found footage nut, cryptozoology or whatever you want to call it, oh gosh, this one was rough. Right? It tries to be a comedy in some ways, but it's not funny. Some of the cast in this, you may recognize them from the VHS 85 movie, Scare Package movies, which are way worse than even this. Well, the first one is, at least. I would never watch the second one. Now, I mean, without going any further, I did not like Frogman. But if this sounds like something that's interesting to you, Rotting Press has this thing out, video on demand. Now, as far as physical media goes, if Frogman will receive, I'm sure it'll receive a DVD or a Blu-ray or something at some point. Just stay tuned for that. But man, the croaks were no hoax. But Jesus Christ, I was like almost snoring by the end of this movie. There is a funny scene towards the end of the movie where a new Frogman is birthed, right? Is born. So that's kind of funny. Like, you kind of saw that coming if you could halfway pay attention to the movie. The Frogman itself is kind of ridiculous once you see it. But man, like, I don't want to shit on it too much. I think some people will probably like it. If you're a fan of these low budget found footage movies, shot on video movies, or whatever else, hey, you may want to check it out. This one has a limited edition VHS tape that is out as well. It is on video on demand. Our friends over at Rotting Press appreciate you letting us take a look at this, right, before it was out publicly or whatever. So Frogman is out digitally now. If it sounds like something you're into, check it out. But be sure to check us out. We're over at DEADPIT.com.
Give us a thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a fuck.
I want you to. I want you to.
Okay.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last South on the left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows, fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.